What's going on, guys? Aaron from Top Tier Gaming here, and we
Patrick.
have Patrick from Top Tier Gaming. And we're going to do a Q&A. We asked a couple of our subscribers on our Discord to submit questions, and sort of anything you want to know, we're willing to answer, I guess, and we just want to do a Q&A for it.
There was one question we can't answer because the video will get taken down. But if you want to see what that question is, join our Discord.
True.
Link in the description.
So we're just going to run through the questions and then answer them to the best of our ability. So let's get into it.
First things first, from Chomu, how did you get introduced to Yu-Gi-Oh? So do you want to go first? Or?
Sure. So I got introduced to Yu-Gi-Oh through like my grandparents randomly having cards for one of my cousins. I hadn't actually seen the show yet, but I found the cards and I started just messing with them as a kid. Like I used to just actually smack the cards together to make them fight. Like any, I guess, 3-year-old would. I didn't know how the game worked. But then I found the anime shortly after, and I sort of got into it through that, which I'm guessing a lot of people have a similar answer.
Yeah. My brother is 6 years older than me. So he was like 10 whenever the game came out. So I just kind of, by proxy, ended up playing. I got jealous and I was like, Mom, buy me card 2. So yeah, I just got bullied for like the first 6 years of my life playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
From Echo on the Discord, what is your favorite meta deck at the moment? And this is kind of a two-part question. And your favorite of all time?
I'm gonna let you start with that because I don't play a lot of meta. So that's
right now, probably my favorite meta deck is probably Heroes. Like that's what I'm really having a lot of fun playing right now. And then like an honorary mention is probably the Eldritch Trap deck. Because sometimes you just gotta set a bunch of background and have a completely opposite game plan from what Heroes does. My favorite of all time is probably Orcust or Dark World. Orcust I've had the most success with as like a player, but Dark World is like one of the first decks that I bought when I was younger that let me play like an actual deck. It wasn't just like playground stuff, so it was kind of cool.
When you say Dark World, we talking Dark World or FTK? Because it's been meta twice.
Yeah, true. Actually, true. I did play the Dark World FTK in my first regional I went to with the Shreveport people.
He's one of those people.
Yeah. I was sitting there, I had all the danger stuff, and I was like, you know what? I have no idea how to do this FTK, but I'm going to normal summon Armageddon and hope it gets me there.
My favorite meta deck right now, probably Virtual World. I just like the way it plays. It's very different from a lot of decks in the fact that it locks you out of links, and you have a bunch of weird toolbox cards in your extra deck that almost no other deck plays, like Coral Dragon, Stardust Charge Warrior. You can go for rank 3s, rank 6s. You can even go for rank 9s if you so choose. And you have like just so many weird cards in your extra deck no other deck plays. And I think it has a really cool play style and can set up some really nice boards. As far as my favorite meta deck ever, this is gonna be a toughie because I just have so many meta decks I despise from the past. So maybe I'll just have to go with something like, I gotta think.
From Monarch, no?
What is my favorite meta deck?
Dragon Roller or Pikachu Hero? I mean, you don't have to take it as purely meta deck.
I don't like meta.
No, here's the thing. Aaron just, yeah, there you go. He wants to be the special boy in the room.
Hold up. I'm big thinking right now.
Oh my god.
So my favorite meta deck after much deliberation is going to end up being Zombie Sworn, which is actually more of a Teledad era-esque deck. Plays very similar, but back then Card of Safe Return was an absolute bonkers card. So, well, I mean it is, but it will never see the light of day again.
Yeah,
that card will
is
never be off the
never.
list unless it's errated. But yeah, that deck made some really cool plays, and love like Mizuki, Plague Spreader, they're very cool cards. So that's gonna have to be my favorite meta deck.
So from Tonica on the Discord, what would you recommend beginners to play if they were to pick up a new deck and try to play competitive right now?
All right, so I think we both came up for different answers for this one. I think I said Eldritch because it's pretty cheap, first of all, and then it's actually pretty easy to play. All you have to really do is activate your trap cards correctly. The engine plays itself, so it's really easy to get in and start doing well with it, and on a pretty low budget as well. So I think that's pretty good for beginners across.
It also teaches you interactions with trap cards, which is pretty important. Once you figure out interactions with trap cards,
learning chain links and stuff.
Learning chain links, etc. And for me, I actually chose Salamangreat because that deck's really cheap, and I think it does kind of the same thing as Eldritch, where it teaches you basics. Like it gives you
just
really
monsters.
Yeah, well, you can also do like the trap.
Oh yeah, you can play traps, but it will teach you more combo stuff.
It'll teach you the monster versions, and then like when to use your interactions, like specifically hand traps and your usually 2 traps, because knowing Salamangreat, you don't really set up unbreakable hordes. You just kind of have your Rage Roar and like 2 hand traps. So knowing how to use those optimally is very important for like getting better. And then once you do that, you can pick up a more complicated deck and then go from there. But it gives you a good basis to learn how to play. I guess a mid-range deck.
Yeah, it's definitely very mid-range.
And from Dan on the Discord, what is the locals night routine? I.e., do you get food from somewhere, or do you get afterwards, or like what's the deal?
All right, so I guess it's different for everyone. Like me and Patty have different schedules as well, because sometimes we don't show up on the same days.
Yeah, because we have 3 to 4 days that we can go to locals, and I only show up for like maybe 2, sometimes 3.
Yeah, I show up for 3 most of the time. So we have a Friday tournament, which is more of a $1 tournament, maybe a $5 tournament where we get an OTS pack. It's where you would more than likely play like your fun decks, because it's not a serious tournament. You get like decent prize support, and you just have fun and you show up for locals. It's like Friday night Yu-Gi-Oh! And sometimes we get food after that, often not.
If we get food on Friday, it's like we'll pick up like 5 guys, and if like the whole crew shows up, we'll go like sit down somewhere sometimes. But that Friday most of the time is just like we go play, hang out for a little bit, and then like go our separate ways.
Saturday, that's like our main tournament. I guess it's our largest, or what we expect to be the largest. It's not always the case. But this is where we're playing our more serious decks for like a locals level. It's 4 rounds to 5 rounds, and it has the best prize support of the weekend, and we hang out with all our friends, and then we definitely almost always go eat on Saturday.
9 out of 10 times.
It's the day where everyone's ready to hang out with friends, do stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, it's definitely, if you're gonna go to locals one day of the week, it's probably almost always the Saturday locals. And yeah, we might come to my place and hang out afterwards, or some weekends if we have stuff to do or someone's busy, go your separate ways. Sunday, our Sundays are wild right now. I don't really know what's going on with Sunday.
Sundays are kind of shifting right now. We don't really
we don't know what's happening, but we do have a locals on Sunday. We've been going to one locals, and another locals is now. It's a long story, but there's a locals on Sundays, and we don't often hang out after Sunday locals because people got work on Monday. So yeah, that's pretty much. I think we covered most of the locals routine. 3 days. There is a Thursday tournament, but it's GOAT.
Yeah, and none of us play GOAT.
Yeah. So we need to get that changed to Edison.
If we change it to Edison format, I will be there.
True.
Okay, and from Sunny, who's a friend of ours from down south, who runs the Top Cut podcast. Check them out on Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts and such. Asks, why does Aaron refuse to play good decks?
All right. This is a question, right?
I would like to give my answer first.
You go ahead. It's wrong, but
he wants to wear his fancy boy cap that says, I am the special boy. Nobody knows what my deck does, and I'm gonna cheese wins.
My answer is, meta is trash, okay? Meta is straight garbage. It's not fun. Everyone's playing it. I'm tired of seeing it. I want to play cool decks, okay? While Dino Rabbit's meta, I'm playing Frog Monarch because that's the best deck. And then while other people are playing Cosmo, I'm building PK Hero. Okay, that's how it is.
That's the only good example.
This is a meta sheep, okay? Don't be like Patty.
I'm sorry. Mr. Grin Majudu's first YCS, the meta sheep.
A more real answer would be, I don't know, most of the decks I like just don't happen to be meta. Like, I feel a lot of meta decks especially usually are meta because they either have a very degenerate strategy and are overpowered, and I tend to lean to decks I find to be interesting or fun, and they just don't always happen to coincide. But I really like Virtual World, and it's a meta deck. I just, I usually choose to play something like Trap Tricks or Earth Machine. So
just gonna ignore Live Twin, the 1.5.
I don't know if that's a meta deck.
No, that isn't meta.
So I can't really answer on it.
This kind of harkens back to what would you recommend for beginners? Live Twin. I think that deck is really good for beginners because it does the same thing as Salad and Eldritch does. Resource management, because you don't really have too many interactions, but you have to use them as well as you can.
My issue with Twins is kind of expensive.
Yeah, it's definitely the most expensive.
The Ultras from the extra deck are a little expensive, and to play it super competitive, you probably need good go second cards and
that's the one
things
where
like that.
You got to throw a little bit of money at it, but once you throw the money at it, that deck definitely gives you the most bang for your buck out of the
pretty good
listed. All right, guys. Thank you for submitting your questions. I appreciate it. We're gonna probably try to do these every once in a while. If y'all give us new
Probably
questions.
for milestones. I think these are best around milestones.
For 4,100, I guess we'll do the 4,100 subscriber special.
We're already at 4,150, Pat.
Our 4,150 subscriber special. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please continue to support us. Join our Discord, so if you have any other questions, we can answer them if you got them. I was going to let you do your outro. I don't know if you have anything to say. I'm going to leave this in.
I'm just going to leave you awkwardly waving.
Bye!